Hello guys, welcome back. Yeah, the season starts in less than 24 hours and pretty pretty insane. I'm pretty excited to get going. A little bit nervous, but especially for like Geelong's season and just the fantasy in total. But hey, that's the fun of it. We wait 6 months and it's about they'll come around. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the team. There wasn't too many changes, but we're starting to, get some idea on rookies. And obviously tomorrow night we'll get the tomorrow night 5:40 p.m. We'll get the final confirmation on rookies, and yeah, just go over a little bit of the team and say why I'm going in for 2025 like this. So I haven't changed much from my previous team. I'll drag it over. I think it's here. There we go. It was like I had Sicily there before and all that, and I've changed it to Holmes now. The reason I've changed it from Sicily to Holmes is because I saw Sicily spending a little bit too much time forward for my comfort. He's gonna get that good defense role. I think I could even bring him in after his bye, and that's my main logic now. Like I think post bye he's gonna be really good. Other players here, I want Zorko, but for 5.95 for a 36-year-old, I think it's a bit too much. But if I don't start him now, I'm pretty much betting against him. So I'm real 50-50. The three players I'm debating for my D2, Zorko, Holmes, and Stewart. More leaning towards Holmes or Stewart. See, as a cat supporter, Holmes is 22. He is definitely going to get like a 70% CBA role. I think they'll let him have a little bit of a chill time at halfback or something like that. But he is going to get a good CBA role. That preseason game, he wasn't there to show all of it. But I guess the debate between Holmes and Stewart is the 10k. I guess save 10k with Stewart. But I think Holmes's range is going to be from like anywhere between 95 to 110. Like I'm serious. He could break out and go 110, but he's also got the chance of just kind of staying at 99 range or even not perform that well in the mid roll. He might get bashed around, but I think I'm leaning towards him being like a 100 to 105 ish. I think he breaks. He's growing up with age. He's getting a higher CBA role. So at the moment he's just sitting there. But Stu's close. Like we know his ceiling. He's dropped 170s before. But once again, he's a year older. I don't like the Cats talking about the mid roll. I actually don't like the CBA role for him. I think he's just way better in the halfback. And I think it's just better for his body. But then again, we got Humphreys back there now. So I'm actually not a huge fan of the halfback because now we've got an extra distributor. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go Holmes. He's turning 23 this year. His mum was an Olympian sprinter, so he's got speed. I'm a cat supporter, so it's got something for me to watch with it. And I'd rather pick someone turning 23 than someone turning 33. And getting CBAs, his body's gonna be developed for it. The next one's not much difference. I was thinking if I should hop off Short, Roberts, and Perryman, but no. After Perryman's game, I think he was okay enough. He's got the CBA role, and I don't think they'll push him out. Roberts, not much explained, looks good. And like, I was just looking at the round one team, and it kind of just made me not back off Short. Like, they've got him named halfback, yes, they got Trainer there. So, the distributors, Vlosten might take kickouts. You got Tom Brown. He's more like an intercept kind of lockdown role. Trainer, they might give him a bit out, but I just see like it's literally only gonna be Vlosten and a short back down there. And then I look at that, I like a McIntosh, Banks, Trezzy going up against like Akers, Cripps. I know this guy's a rookie, but you presume Sam Walsh is in there more. And then Chera and Hewitt. Oh my god. If Mackay can just go back to his kicking form and just kick behinds, I just don't see how Short is. Yeah, different. Like, what's it like? Short, he's averaged Like, look, he's averaged it before 98, 98. And this was all in the Richmond team where their main goal was just to get the ball forward and kick it. So efficiency was a little bit down because their main goal was meterage. It wasn't, possession game. They were not a possession team under, I forgot him, the guy who went to Gold Coast, Hardwick. They were not a possession team. They would just go, go, go. And now Short's going to be in a possession team, albeit Yeezy didn't really know what to do, but he was just played all over the place. And I feel like they're just gonna try and hold the ball and not bleed this year. So Short, I'll take the punt. If I'm wrong, I can flick into a Fraser or a Sam DeCon in. I think there's enough options below for me to just bank him in. This is I think a little different move. I've got Pryor here now. I think originally I had pulling up, yeah, like a Jed Adams or a Zach Reed, but I've actually swapped off and got Pryor. He's debuting. He's a bit expensive, but should be safe. I don't see him as a sub risk. I would like to not see him named interchange, but yeah, we'll see. Uh, I just don't feel confident in fielding Zach Reed. He could score well. We've seen him score well, but he's just burnt before. Like, look at 2024. I owned him here. Literally got injured in like the first quarter or second quarter, something like that. Didn't play 2023. 2022 played here a little bit, but okay, I know he's developed with age, but I just don't like him as a field option. He's just so injury prone. I know we got best 22 out of 23, but you'd rather I'd like to raise my floor. I think that's what I'm going for. I think this team, if it gets a high ceiling, it's really good, but I'm just trying to really kick up my floor. But also play cash gen and just try and get some really cheap value primos. Yeah, and Trainer's playing, so we're going to get him. Petrarca and Oliver, I'm going a little bit different from the herd here. I know some people are like hopping off. Oh, Sarong and Neil for security. If you play that way, Dunkley's a little bit of a pod security. Some people have been a bit snazzy and going like old Brayshaw or Dawson. Actually, they're not snazzy. They're probably the norm. What's Brayshaw? 12. Oh, everyone's actually quite evenly divided. Well, I'm on track. I know what he's done before. He's my pick of the lottery. I haven't got Rosie, but that's just because I can't afford it because I'm just going really cheap. I still like Ollie. I still like Chera. I've seen Callahan, and I'm like, oh, Callahan and Day, they both played well. It's just, they both still have the buys. And I'm not a 100% believer. The only good thing is if Chera does cook himself in the first two rounds, Callahan's right there to swap to, so good, but I'm just not a believer in Day and Callahan personally. Uh, Day had like 6 threes, 4 and 3 kicks, or 3 goals. And when I'm looking for the stats, you kind of want more consistent stats instead of pretty lucky ones. Albeit, he looks like he's developed. He's probably going to up his average from that 91. I just, I just believe in others. I think it was a bit fluky, his performance. And yeah, I can bite my words for that later, but we'll see. Callahan, yeah, and he looks good as well. He just, as is looking at his stats, he doesn't have the tackle numbers yet, as much as these other guys do. But he looks good and he's on the cusp for me. But at the moment, I'm going to go Ashcroft. Now, this is the structure I've gone a little bit different and I'm still sticking with. It's the Finn Sullivan, Driscoll, Tasares, Levi Ashcroft midfield. We've never to flick out if Ashcroft's a sub. I think I actually never plays a little bit earlier than Ashcroft. I could always just run this round one, and I'd still be happy with it because I don't want to. I don't want to fade Ashcroft. And yeah, I'm happy with running this four rookie mids. I just they could all here go 70 plus, and that's probably best case scenario. But I could even see Tassar's been like an 80. So I just don't see the need of trying to having a Davidson on field or a Reed on field. I think that's where my point of difference is. is hoping to spend a little bit more on the mid rookies to beat out people in other areas, and I'll explain that a little bit when I get to my forwards. But yeah, that's my main idea right now. Actually, no, I'll just explain it now. Like Sam Powell Pepper here at F6, I'm keeping a Stone or a Davidson off. Stone's like a kind of play a halfback, fullback role, good, but you can't presume he's always going to be consistent. And and then you got Davidson, he's playing a wing half forward role, and Sam Powell Pepper, he's playing a similar role, but he doesn't have a sub risk. He's in the leadership group. I wouldn't imagine they wouldn't sub him out. He's had a proven scoring history of 65 or 70. Like, there's this. I like having him at F6 because you just know what you're going to get. Yeah, 70s. Just having him here, I just say, okay, I've locked a 65 plus here. I don't know, Davidson can be up and down. If he goes 80 plus, people are laughing, and I've lost for that again, but I'd just rather have the security here and just say, hey, I think I got a safe 65 to 70 score every single week with Sam Pepper. And that, yeah, the whole team. I'd rather have a 60 from Pryor than a 2 from Reed when he gets injured. Um, and that's what I'm banking on. I'm custom primos because I think I can get good scores from my lower prices, and some of them become tops in their position. And I'm just paying more for the rookies because I think I can beat other teams by having higher scoring rookies. And that's my point of difference this year. And I'm pretty happy to go in with it. And yeah, I think we're going to get Hasty and Camperelli. Uh, Once again, when the team sheets come out in about 18 hours, Hasty could swap for someone. Camperelli being named means I'm just not going to change it. And I think he's named on field. Yeah, he's named on field, same as trainer. So those two ain't moving. Tom the Cotton Sherry not moving around. Gorn would be nice, especially because that GWS guy went down. It's just Sherry also played well against Flynn. Uh, Sherry's in age. He's in his prime. Don't muck around with something. And also, it's an extra 22k. I'm still probably gonna get Gorn in. Maybe just later. I might wait till like around 8 when Flynn's probably maxed out to flick him to Gorn. And yeah, I think that's my game plan. These two are in their prime. If Tom the Conan goes wrong, there's so many options to flick it to. But you'd hope Tom the Conan at least gets the 600k before becoming an issue with Pitternet. And he's the easiest VC. These two VCC. What's it? What's Jerry dropped? 141, 141 on English, and Meek scored 90 on him in just over a half. And then Tom the Conan, yeah, he's gonna be versing a poor Richmond this year. I like him. Back him in. Marshall might get through, so Boyd could be a little bit concerned, but he's still decent loophole. Saints have a lot of Sundays. And the forward line, probably got the most expensive forward line compared to most other people this year. Like, people are running a Garcia at F5 or Davidson F6, or some people even running 2 rookies here. I love Horn Francis. I think he's on the up. I love Rankin. I think he's on the up. Bailey Smith, same philosophy. These three are gonna get these roles that they've been waiting for, and I think they're gonna explode. And I've just locked in these top 6 players. Daniel, yeah, he looks good in that halfback role, and McRae's just gonna go back to his normal self. So that only leaves one spot in my forward line open, and I'm pretty happy with that. We might get a DPP from somewhere, but out of all this, the only person, actually, I just don't see any others. Like more maybe, but he just still plays too much half forward for my liking. Not a key forward. He'll be a key forward soon once he comes back. And you just scroll down, and yeah, I just don't see any other top 6s. There's no point keeping these spots open. I'll just keep one spot open and hope we get a DPP from like Track or something, or Nick Martin. But yeah, I just believe in paying up for forwards. As much as these preseason has shown us, these forward rookies can score. I just had too much Supercoach years, and I just don't I've been burnt by like 20s and 30s here. So I'd rather just back in people with more consistent score, and yeah, that's my team this year. Really cheap value, high rookies, trying to put as much money on field. My most expensive is Never, and everyone else is pretty low. It's just pumping as much money as I can on, and I'm hoping most weeks all my players are going like 60 plus, and all I'm chopping out is 60. But then some of these guys like Sheasel, Holmes, Petrarca, Ollie pump out some 130s for me. And yeah, hopefully sets up for a good year. I wish you guys all the best of luck for Supercoach, and yeah, let's get going and good luck.